After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the dye lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 490. Today is Monday, January 31st, 2022, as we are recording. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy, and I do not know what I did with my phone. Oh, there it is.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad to see you here, and we hope you find something you like so you return. And if you are returning, we're always glad to have you with us. If you are in the shadows, either new or returning, please feel free, if you'd like, to subscribe to the podcast so you get notifications. Just press the little subscribe button on your right and tap the little bell so you get notifications. If you would like to be able to take part in the alongs and the giveaways and the camaraderie and things like that, 99.9% of the time, those take place in the PHN podcast group.
That's pretty much 100% of the time.
Well, we did do something that we pulled with a random number generator from YouTube.
Right. And I mean, we do have the Patreon ones.
Yes.
Occasionally.
Yes. But anyway,
like rarely actually.
You want to be, if you want to be able to take part in these things for the majority, almost all of them, you have to be able to be on the home page, which is phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net, and that's on the little description box below the video. Okay.
I have 7 projects.
I think I have 9, but I'm not sure I worked on all of them. I don't know.
Well, you have to go with what you have because although you did work on a lot, like during...
I usually do. I just don't remember if I worked on my white blanket or not.
I feel like you did.
Okay.
What you're gonna have to do maybe is keep a notebook like I do, because that's easier to have with you.
What I usually do is I keep everything, like I'll make a note. I write it down, but I'll write down if I didn't or I did. And so this time I just didn't look at my notes or whatever, or I stopped taking notes because I only have 2 of them down here.
Right, because a lot of times I find that I don't get to the computer right away, so I have to write it down, because otherwise I will just forget.
Right.
Okay, so yes, you are first. What tea are you having?
Okay, in my this mug was given to me by the very lovely Chronically Crocheting, who is Crystal. I think she had this made for me. Isn't that nice? I love it. Absolutely love it. And what do you have on your mug? Because we have the same tea.
Oh, okay. So, in my All I Want is to Hug All the Bunnies mug, and actually I really do like how this is maturing. I think that I should keep the blend the way it is. So this is a blend that I created. This is the Sam Gamgee Blend, and actually the picture you see on there, friend from when I was a kid, she did some cross stitch and made this little pillow that has in Elvish.
I think
Starin, I can't remember. Anyway,
Elvish.
Sam Gamgee, and I used to know what each of the characters translated to. I know this is the S, and that's the A, and that's the M, but I can't remember how this works.
Right.
I know this is another M, but I just can't remember. It's been too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, that comes from that. So it's unique to it, and it's got cherry green, vanilla green, toasted motte. Actually, that might keep you from doing it before bed. It's got motte in it.
Well, it's not bothering me.
Cherry and rose petals.
It's really good. It's a very mild.
It's a very mild tea. It smells like a garden,
and it settles really nice.
It settles very nicely.
You don't do this at a really high temperature.
No, and you have to let it sit a little bit for the flavors to fully come out. Because the first thing you get is roses.
It tastes like rose water the first couple sips you do, and then it tastes really, really good.
Right. Then you start having the cherry come in, and the green tea.
Yep, I can taste the green tea. It's like a grassy.
That's exactly it. And I also am tasting the cherry now.
Yeah. Okay. And yes, Stephanie, I can't wait to hear what teas you picked up. She said that based on our recommendations, she picked up some tees from Adagio.
This
of them.
tee will be released probably today.
Okay.
Like right now it's only private, but since Mom and I decided we like the combo, I'll release it so people can purchase this one on Adagio. I will probably make it so I can get the points from it because I can't purchase a lot to get points. So if I can get free stuff,
I might do if I do them like every other one or something.
right. Or like I'll keep Wenceslas and
Oh yeah.
Clarence.
Attaboy Clarence.
Attaboy Clarence as for Ehlers-Danlos and for Potts.
Right. Okay, so those are our tees. So we'll go right on into the alongs. And the first one is the PHN Tea and Tails Cal Lal 2022. This started January 1st and goes to the end of the year. So if you hit January 1st of 2023, it is done. And I'm not even going to think about the fact that I just said 2023. Okay. These things, I'm going to read the rules for this along almost verbatim and then just kind of alter them for the other along because most of the stuff is the same except for the particular caveats to go with each along. As I said, this runs January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2022. That's midnight Eastern Standard Time going into January 1st, 2023. Projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Previous whips are allowed but must be worked on during the along and must reflect the theme of tea and or tales. We're talking about books, novels. I think we said plays were okay last time as long as they were
basically
novels.
if it has a
beginning, middle, and an end.
Right. It has to be a distinct plot because a lot of times with like Peanuts, you don't. It's just like a strip and it's like that's it. You got your joke.
But something like some of the narrative poems are okay.
Right.
So that's as long as it meets the parameters. And if you're not sure, ask us. We're pretty broad on it in terms of what we allow. Children's books, as long as they have a story.
Isn't Beowulf actually a poem?
I think it is.
And that I would call it definitely a story.
Yeah. Well, I think Canterbury Tales is actually a
no, it's not. I've read Canterbury Tales.
I've read it, but I thought it was some
No, I'm pretty sure it's actually prose.
I've read it. I've only read part of it.
I've read part of it, and then one of the things I did when I would hide in that little reference area to read my Poirot books is I would read the Cliff Note books over there. So I actually, before I ever had to read it in school, I read the Cliff Notes version.
That's cheating.
Well, I was a kid and I didn't know what Cliff Notes was.
Yeah, I know, that's cheating.
I was just like, oh, cool, it's got this story in here.
Yeah. Anyway, the narrative poems, they are story poems that would be acceptable. Children's books, as long as they have a beginning, middle, and end. We're not saying like, here's spot, see spot, right? No. Actual story. Velveteen Rabbit's good.
It definitely has a story.
Well, Hop on Pops are stories.
I can't remember.
Sam I Am, That's Sam I Am, I Do Not Like That Sam I Am.
Green Eggs and Ham, yeah.
Yeah, Horton Hears a Who. Those kind of things are actual stories. Joanna Johnson's got some great books out that are
she does.
children's books. Okay, let me see here. Chatter, okay. Previous whips be allowed, must be worked on during the along and reflect the theme. Chatter and pictures in the same thread. Okay, we said that part already. 1 whip per project per week, the FO whenever it's finished. We do have prizes. I only have 2 that I know of at the moment, but we're going to have 2 for each quarter, and then we have the larger one at the end. Okay. The featured oops, we lost our screen.
I hate it when that happens.
Okay, there it goes.
That screen is so persnickety. Now, we were still recording.
Yeah,
it's just that we lost.
The featured patterns and yarns are as follows. Always, for our yarn, for our alongs, my yarn and my one pattern, if I get any more patterns, my yarn and patterns, Talia's patterns, Laura Concert's yarn and patterns are always featured yarns and featured patterns as long as they reflect the theme of the along, in this case, tea and or tails. We add to that, for this along, any Mom Cook patterns, Joanna Johnson's patterns, and K.F. Jones patterns that reflect the theme of tea and or tails are acceptable for multiple chances at a prize. 2 chances at a prize for the FO only. If you use a featured pattern with a featured yarn, you get 3 chances at a prize for the FO only You are responsible for your own multiple postings. And you guys have been great about that.
Yes.
The hashtag is hashtag PHNT and Tales 2022 on Instagram. Okay? If you want to share that, it'd be kind of cool. The first quarter prize that we have right now is from Pat, who's a Looney Hiker. She donated a really nice sock pattern. And so that's for one lucky winner for the first quarter. Okay, and I think she put in one of the threads, I think. Or maybe she put it privately. I don't remember. I don't remember. You can check and see if she put it somewhere in the threads. But anyway, it's a really nice sock pattern. It's on Lovecraft, and I think it's on Ravelry.
Oh, I did it again where I left that pattern over there. I'll grab it later.
Oh, no, it's not on... Okay, it's on Ravelry. Okay, I don't know if it's on Lovecraft or not. I'm pretty sure it is because she's on Lovecraft.
I got it off, or I saw it on Lovecraft.
Okay,
but I didn't get it
okay.
off of Lovecraft. She sent it to me.
Now the Ready, Set, Go, Cal, Lao. The PHN Tea and Tails. Today, by the time you see this, it might be too late. Today is the last day to be counting frogs.
Yes.
For your along. If you're watching this on February 1st,
which is probably when they will be watching it.
We won't be able to accept your frogs at that point.
So this is, too little, too late.
Yeah, just in case,
Just so they laugh at you because you missed it. Could you put your table forward? Because I forgot my...
Forward?
Yes, so I can slide past you. Because if I go in front of you, I'll knock the camera.
What are you doing?
I forgot to grab my one pair of socks that I worked on that she designed.
Okay.
And that's important.
Now the PHN Ready, Set, Go, Cal, Lao is a third of the way through. This one also started January 1st and it goes through March 31st. So we are heading into the second month, and this one does not allow any previous whips. Whatever you're working on has to have been started no earlier than January 1st of this year. After that, if you started January 1st, as you work along, you can put your whips, but nothing that has been started before January 1st, okay? One whip per project per week as always, and the FO whenever it's finished. There is no caveat in terms of colors or theme or anything like that. All it has to be is that it's been started no earlier than January 1st, okay? Let's see here. I forgot to mention this, although you guys probably remember. If you have a finished object that's 50 yards or less, please post it with another object that is 50 yards or greater so that we have, a little more yardage in the project.
Yes.
Let's see here.
You can move your table back towards you. Sorry about that. Thank you.
Our normal featured yarns and patterns apply here. My things, Taya's things, and Laura's things, yarn and or patterns, okay? But those are all for this one. And the hashtag is PHN Ready, Set, Go 2022 on Instagram. This ends March 31st, going into April 1st. If it's midnight of April 1st, the thread should be closed. Mm-hmm. Now, as always, if the thread is still open, then you can, of course, post until it closes because that's not your fault. But don't wait, okay? Midnight Eastern Standard Time is the slated closing time, okay? And if you want to make sure you have a chance for the prize, try to get it in before then. Okay, so that takes care of that.
It's actually 8 projects for me, but still less. Okay. Because I was sitting here like, wait, I knew I counted up 7 bags. That's why I had left that behind.
Yeah, you still don't get a lot of sugar out of this. You just get...
Yeah, you just get the rose.
And a little bit of cherry.
And a little bit of cherry.
And
it
then
really
the grass.
Keeps its natural flavor.
Mm-hmm. I might be able to pull back on the sugar and not suffer too much. Okay. In my... Because I go first. Okay. In my Knitter's Magic, that's our local yarn shop, Laura Gavis in Winchester. You can always check her out if you're in the area. Mm-hmm. This is, although I think she's doing mostly curbside pickup still. This is a bag I got from her shop. She is consigned out. This is my Welcome Little One project from the On the Porch Blanket knitting pattern by 5410 Studios. And this is my Bare Necessities yarn. So I didn't do a whole lot. I think this one I may have just worked this on the podcast. Mm-hmm. So let me show this to you. I'm further on this one than I've gotten on any of their patterns. Not because I don't like them, I just don't do well with knitted blankets apparently.
Right.
So I like the way it looks.
Indeed.
It's really pretty. And it's a bulky weight yarn with large needles. So theoretically, it should go fast.
Theoretically.
If you work on it, it'll go fast. I just don't work on it consistently. And it's just because I find other things to do because I don't necessarily want to do a knitted blanket. It has nothing to do with
The pattern.
the pattern. I love all their patterns. I must have 2 dozen, 3 dozen of their patterns.
But she doesn't work on them.
I don't work on them. Let me see here. So that's all I have to say about this one.
Okay, so that means it's me next. So let me look at my show notes. Okay, so this one, I just kind of randomly decided to pull this out of like deep in the, I don't know, deep in the pile of projects that I haven't touched in a while. Is my bag that was made by Victorian Studio of birds. It feels like it's quilted.
Mm-hmm. It's a very nice bag.
It's a very nice bag. I was really happy to have won this. And this is the Spicy Lady Mitts. It's the Lady's Favor pattern by me. And I'm using Macintosh DK in the color with Spicewood. Y'all, I've been working on this since 2020.
One of those things, right?
Yep.
Oh, this looks pretty.
So, I did finish the first mitt, mostly because I wanted to have a different picture for Adagio, something I hadn't had up there. So,
very nice.
I do like this color. I don't have anything quite this color, and this works with my yellows, it works with my oranges, it works with brown.
Mm-hmm.
Just a nice color. So,
probably works with gold, depending on the gold.
Yeah. And I have in here some red to use when that's done. Because I don't have any red in Lady's Favor. So, yeah. First one done. Haven't started the second one yet.
Right. Are you done already?
That's me done already.
Well, I got a few stitches here. I just go a little bit further. Because I'd like to be able to say, yeah, I went a little further than this.
Make sure you write a note somewhere that you worked on that so you don't get like, did I work on this?
Yes, because this one, because it's knitting, I never get very far.
Right. Because
you go so quickly with your projects sometimes.
Well, sometimes I don't have a whole lot to say about them, like that one there. It's just like, see mitt.
Pretty mitt.
Pretty mitt. Mitt back and bag.
All right, let me see here. Okay. I already showed you this one, so let me put it away.
I remember back when Lauren was still podcasting, that she was always surprised at how fast we could go through so many projects with just the two, with both of us.
Lauren
with two of us.
McMorty?
Huh?
Lauren McMorty?
Was that what her last name was? LM. She did the toy patterns, the knits and crochet toys?
Yes.
Yeah.
The one who gave me all those toys?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lauren McMorty. Yeah.
I couldn't remember her last name.
Yeah.
I knew she was LM.
The one who was a kindergarten teacher, whatever.
She was. She was in school and then she started teaching.
Yeah.
Kindergarten.
She's gonna be really good with kids.
Yes, she will. Probably.
She's been teaching probably for about 8 years or something, or 10 years, something like that.
The last time I Instagram stalked her, no, she just came up on my feed. I think she had at least one child. So.
That's good. She'd be good with kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's really good. It's different than anything I have. Okay, in my Ploverbird pink and purple, and I'm referencing the tea.
Yes, Lauren's different from anything that she has.
Comfy Cozy Shawl project from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. And this is in my Ploverbird pink and purple teapots bag. Got an avalanche of things. I have to readjust these animals again.
Well, I got attacked by a chameleon earlier.
What did you do to the chameleon to merit it?
I don't know. I don't know what his problem was.
Maybe because you keep calling him him.
Is it I thought it was Pascal.
I don't know what I named this. Is it mine or yours?
It's yours.
Oh, I don't remember what I named.
Mine's in my room.
Okay. This is my shawl. And I actually didn't do too much work on this one because I was working on other things. But I like the way it's coming out.
It's very nice.
And I wish I would finish it already so I can wear it. But other things keep taking my attention. This is a lot of Miss Babs, and there's some Malabrigo in here. And I got a coupon for my birthday and thank you for the birthday wishes, everybody. From the Knitter's Magic, and maybe I should pick up some Malabrigo. Although I like to look at it and I can't.
Yeah, because the screen doesn't always show it. I mean, I know we shop for yarn online all the time.
Well, the thing is she doesn't have a lot of that stuff. I have to watch the live stream thing she does, and I don't always catch it.
Yeah,
because I'm doing other
She's
things.
always doing it at a time when we're doing something else.
Well, we're always doing something else. But yeah, so this is a fun pattern. It's one that I have a lot on the hooks and needles right now that I can just kind of put my hook or needle in and go.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's always nice.
Which is nice. So this one does grow very quickly because it has big stitches. I'm not using huge yarn, but I am using a fairly good sized needle because I wanted to have kind of a drapier fabric. Mm-hmm. And this is like I said, there's a lot of Miss Bab, which is a DK, and there's also some Malabrigo, which I think might actually be a worsted.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I'd have to check. I don't know if I have any that's not rolled up. Malabrigo. Oh, stop. Emma, your bag is attacking me. It was so nice to see Emma.
Yes, it was.
Let's see here. Oh, we didn't see her in person. That would be hard.
No, we had a patron Zoom.
We had a patron Zoom, and she was able to show up. Only the second time she was able to make one, so that was kind of exciting. We had a couple of people we hadn't seen in a while, which was really nice.
Yes.
Who was the other one who hadn't been in a while?
Well, she had never come. It was, sorry, my brain just did like a complete...
I can see her. I'm trying to see, who...
I'm going like around
who...
It's not that I can't see her. It's like...
I can see her.
I just, like, the name is like gone.
And I was really excited to see her there because she hadn't been there.
Mama C.
Christina. Oh, Christina, I'm so sorry. Christina's
what triggered my memories. You were telling Emma, because she was trying to figure out if we had talked about everybody who was there on the podcast.
And Christina, if it makes you feel better, Christina, you can reach out and hit me with a wet noodle.
Well, I don't want to be hit with a wet noodle.
Mm-hmm. You can do her double time. Okay.
I don't wanna.
Okay, so anyway, that was enough of waffling. But anyway, I was going to try to find the Malabrigo yarn band, but I don't feel like doing that right now, so I'm not going to.
Okay, so me, my turn?
Yeah, kind of, sort of your turn.
Okay. So, next is, and I actually probably should get some more work done on this, because I only worked like a row on it. Oops. It's funny. A lot of people, someone mentioned in the comments they like this bag.
Yeah. I can't remember who, was it? Oh,
was it the same person who commented like what we were wearing? I can't even remember what we were wearing.
Yes. I don't know. I think she was referring to the shawl I was wearing that I made for you.
That makes sense because I'm sitting here like I was wearing a sweatshirt, I think, or a short sleeve shirt. It was like nothing impressive. So.
Maybe she liked it though. I'm
pretty sure it was the shawl that you were wearing.
And I made that shawl for Talia, so it's the same shawl I'm making right now,
just different color.
Different color, yeah. Okay,
so Kitty and News bag. We haven't done this one in a while.
Yes, we have. The bag. Well, that's what you said.
This story. Oh. Alley Cat Denied Appeal by Sassy Selkirk Rex. Mangy Minx is back in the doghouse today as the courts denied his request for a new tail. Apparently he was interested in some plastic surgery. It's no tall tale, he pleaded. It's absolutely not a crime, he begged. They just want me on a hot tin roof, he whined. It's categorically un-American. Onlookers were impressed with his theatrics, but apparently Judge Havana Brown was unimpressed. Let him eat dog food, Judge Brown declared. Well, that was really full of puns this time.
Yes, it was. Cringe-worthy.
Yes. So in here is Lake of Shining Waters. This is my Anne sweater by Joanna Johnson. I am so close to being able to start the ribbing for the sleeve.
Yay!
But the problem is because I'm so close and I know I am like within an inch of it, I keep putting off finishing that inch because I'm not in place of being able to measure it.
Right.
I have counted out approximately the number of rows it'll take me there, so I'll try to do these rows and then measure. I'm going to try to make myself do it during the podcast. I can just keep measuring tape at hand. And then I'll be able to do the ribbon for a while. This is always, honestly, the hardest part, when you get to that point where you're almost there.
Right. Almost there. The 2 inches that are actually like, 2 miles.
Yeah. So, it doesn't matter. You measure it out. Doesn't it being what you measure it out to be? It looks very dark in the picture.
It's very pretty. It really is. It looks more almost gray blue, but it's
I guess it's just this camera because that's the darker one.
Well,
this
that's
one I
always
think it
is,
shows
yeah,
more
yeah.
accurately.
It's a beautiful color, the sweater.
Yeah. So after I finish this row of my sock, I'll probably work a little bit on the sweater so I can finally reach the ribbing. But yeah, that got some work. Very little work. Negligible about work. Just enough to say that I worked on it.
Well, that's kind of what we're doing right now. Even if we only work on it on the podcast, you're going to see it.
I've always done that.
And,
I've always done it. If I work at it at all, it goes on the podcast.
I did get to do some substantial work on a couple projects on my birthday because we were sitting watching movies, and I didn't feel like eating after all that food.
Right.
So, got a fair amount of work done on certain projects.
Well, yay. For me, it's just like I said. Usually, I get a fair amount of work done on my projects. It's that this one, I have been putting up off the measuring.
Right. Okay, you done?
Yep.
All right. In my Knit for Brains Owls teapot bag that was given to me by Laura Concert, it's a drawstring bag. It's a beautiful bag. I absolutely love it. This is my Arwen's Hooded Cow project from the Thorns Hooded Cow pattern. I think did somebody ask about this pattern? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Maybe it was last podcast. So I've done a couple rows on this. So you see it is growing. I'm still knitting right now as opposed to purling. But it is definitely growing. And the color is Miss Bab's Blue Slate, which is an absolutely beautiful color. Absolutely love it.
Well, you don't have a ton of purling in the version that you're doing. The one I'm doing has more purling to it. You only have like one purl row for every 1,000 knit rows.
Whatever row. Just to break it up.
Yeah, whereas mine, it actually has like large amounts of purl rows with large amounts.
I don't mind purling as long as I know I'm purling.
No, and I like the look that it does for mine. It makes it an accordion type look, which is fun.
And this goes pretty quickly. This is kind of lightweight because I might be using too big of a needles, for
Well, that's
for
the same
yarn.
weight as the ones I have going, not the one I currently have going, the ones I've made in the past.
On the DK weight though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's Miss Babs. That's all I've made them out of until currently.
Yeah. Well, I think these are a 10.5.
Well, we use the same needle.
They're size 10s.
Yeah.
I think that's what the pattern calls for.
It is. I used it. Used what the pattern called for. I think you actually ordered the needles.
I think I did.
For the pattern.
I think I did. Yeah. So yeah, it's growing and it's really. I love the color. It's so pretty. And I don't know if I'm going to keep it or if I'm going to give it to Little Miss Thing. Thing 1, not Thing 2. When my friend Noah was here from Israel, we went shopping, and in the shop were these little dolls from the Dr. Seuss Cat and Hat, Thing 1 and Thing 2. So she picked up, I don't know if she picked up both of them or not. She didn't have the kids at the time, but she picked up at least one of them. And I picked up Thing 1 and Thing 2, and I gave Thing 1 to Davina and Thing 2 to Taya, because Davina's older than Taya. So it was, yeah.
I don't know what Davina did with hers because she doesn't really like that sort of thing.
I think she has it in that net.
Oh, okay.
Because, she liked it back then, but she kind of gets weird about what she likes.
I'm kind of surprised because she's really picky about that kind of thing. Especially if she thinks it has anything to do with baby stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, that's this. This is not a whole lot to say on this. It's just that it's growing and that I really like it. It's a nice fabric so that you can wear it in the spring or fall and not be overheated maybe. Just kind of block the sun or block the wind a little bit if you have the hood up. I'm not sure how wide the hood is. I can't remember.
Well, it depends on if you choose to widen the hood. Like my red one, I did the hood really wide, but my green one is not. It is the normal one.
Right. Well,
and you can see here how it's kind of around the face.
Yeah, I kind of want to make it have a little larger hood.
Well, they have instructions on how to make it bigger.
Yeah, but I have to make sure first that I have enough yarn.
Yeah. Because it does eat up a lot of yarn.
Yeah, because I'm using Miss Babs, and I guess I'd maybe use the third of the yarn or fourth.
It's hard to tell when it's balled up.
Yeah, it's hard to tell when it's balled up. So I may have to go with the regular hood, but that's okay. I'll make do. I can always do another one some other time. I'm not going to make a different color hood.
Yeah, because I can't remember if I just had one skein of the red. I feel like I had a skein and a half or something that I wasn't able to do with just one skein of Miss Babs.
I know I have two. I had two of these. I just don't know what I did with the other one.
Maybe it's another project.
Maybe it might be in the shelf over there. But that's all I have to say about this.
Okay, so my turn. I might have to put my sweater back on.
It's a little chilly.
Okay, so this, I can't remember how much work I did on this. I don't feel like it was a whole lot. But this is in my... Oh, who gave me this one? Because this was a gift. I didn't get this.
Oh, I think was that the one you got from Fiber Hermit?
It might be. It might be. Because she didn't put on here.
That's Fiber Hermit.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's Fiber Hermit.
So this is the sheep bucket bag. And in here is my Peridot platypus. I'm calling him Franklin.
My platypus.
And yes, it's for Mom.
I have very decided tastes in my animals.
If I gave him armholes, maybe he doesn't have those yet. I could have sworn he already had. Oh, there's his armholes.
It's not like when you do a sock, you put holes in. Oh no, you actually bind it off.
Yeah, actually bound it off. It's more like when you do buttonholes.
Oh, okay.
So like, it's like he has a big buttonhole for where his beak will go.
Oh, okay, so it's all bound off.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have a big buttonhole where.
I guess that makes sense. You don't have any waist yarn
The
on
sleeves,
it.
and then you would just pick up stitches. I'm guessing.
He looks like he has a great big ski mask with holes in the sides.
It does look like something that someone would, right now. It looks like something someone will put on. Like you stick your arms through here, and but he will become
a full body ski mask.
Yeah,
No one will know who I am or what I am.
He will become a platypus eventually.
Yay.
Well, they were describing how. When Frodo meets Faramir, how they're all wearing, like, you can't see anything but their eyes.
Right.
Which made me laugh because Tolkien slipped up. He forgot that they couldn't see anything with the eyes. And he said that Frodo could see Faramir's expression, but he never said Faramir removed the mask. And then later on, he says that they could see his face for the first time. I'm like, ooh,
yeah.
You slipped up. You forgot that he was wearing a full face mask.
Right.
Because Frodo makes a point of saying you could only see their eyes. Otherwise, it might have been like, oh, mask doesn't cover as much as I thought it did.
Right.
But, nope, he slipped up a little bit. I've totally done that, though.
Well, yeah, I mean...
You forget that you wrote that their face... You're so used to using expression to...
Now, he can cover his face and still see his mouth.
No, they said that the whole...
Oh.
The way that he described is all you could see was the eyes.
Okay.
Like, he said all skin was covered.
Okay.
Because they were supposed to blend into the green.
Because it's been so long since I've read that.
But, yeah, that's it for this project. While you're doing yours, I'm going to look to make sure I'm not, like, fibbing.
Okay, in my Silver Shed USA Green Star Wars bag is my Mad Hatter project from the Cerebel Scarf pattern by Sarah Sweethearts. Boy, I got all that without even looking at my notes.
Good job.
I am proud of myself. So here's how much yarn I have left from a full skein of Miss Babs Mad Hatter, which is where I got the name from. And here's the Silver Shed USA bag by the wonderful Anne. And this is how far I've gotten. I have to finish this because I told a friend of mine from church. She came into the bathroom. We met in the bathroom on the way into Mass. And... she had a really cute little scarf, fashion scarf. I said, it's freezing outside. You need a warmer scarf. She said, well, this one's okay. I said, I'm making you a scarf.
Yeah, so this is hers?
No. She won't wear this.
Oh, okay.
I don't think she'll wear this. I'm going to take the same weight yarn, a DK, but I use a smaller needle so it's a little bit more closed up. Mm-hmm. And then I think I'm going to make, the scarf she was wearing was golds and browns and stuff like that, so maybe I'll make something that color if I can find something in my stash.
Right.
If not, I'll have to dye something up. But
I don't think it's much problem for you to have another one on the hooks.
I don't know. I mean, it's just such a hardship.
Such a hardship for you.
To do. But anyway, I don't know if I showed it to you here. So it is getting quite long.
It is. How much longer do you think you'll go?
Quite
It looks like you still go quite a bit longer.
Well, like she was wearing her scarf
wrapped around
and hanging.
Because some people do it twice.
And I don't know if she had that like this I think most people when they wrap it around start this way.
That's how I think
I don't think she had started it, from the back.
I don't think
No. I mean, I've seen people wear dresses where they just kind of hang to the back like that, but they're not scarves.
Well, I would not really want to hang something in the back like that because then yank.
No. But even if they did, like, start like this and then...
Oh, that's such a weird way, uncomfortable way to start.
It's hard to do. I'm quite sure she did it this way.
Yeah.
And she had it, like, around and then hanging forward. So I have to see how long this one gets, and then I can kind of get an idea for the other one. I also have that non-super wash beautiful blue one, but I'm afraid if I give her that one, she might not know how to wash it.
Right. You have to think about
Yeah. And I could tell her, but,
But still, you don't want to necessarily give a gift that requires special treatment.
Right. She might not want to do that, so.
Right.
But, yeah, so that's this one. This is a DK weight skein. I'm using a hook that's probably better for a worsted. It's a 6 millimeter is. I think it's an I.
I'm not sure because I don't have the millimeters measured.
I just know it's a little bit bigger than I should probably not should. You can use whatever recommended if you want the standard kind of stitch, but
if you don't want it loose,
yeah,
or airy.
And this isn't loose. It's not even really airy, but it's bigger than it would be otherwise. So yeah, this is this.
Okie dokie. Just want to give you the quick. Okay, so they say that they're clad in green and brown of varied hues, as if the better to walk unseen in the glades of Ithilien. Green gauntlets covered their hands, and their faces were hooded and masked with green, except for their eyes, which were very keen and bright. And then the next thing, he hasn't removed his mask. They don't say anything about removing his mask. And then they say, Boromir, son of Lord Denethor, said Faramir, and a strange stern look came into his face. And then later on, they said he could, from Sam's point of view, he could see Faramir's face, which was now unmasked, which implies that it wasn't before. Right. So I mean, it could have. I don't know if maybe the mask is not what I'm picturing.
Yeah, it could be enough that he, especially if the eyes are visible, you can get an idea of someone's.
And that's true. That's true. And he does have. From what I gather, he has fairly expressive eyes. It was just the stern look on his face that caught me by surprise, unless the mask is different than what I'm picturing. Like maybe it's more fitting. I don't know how you would do it back then, but...
Well, maybe the mask was more painted? I don't know.
It startled me because he made such a point of saying that all they could see were the eyes. And I kept looking over and over that maybe I missed him removing the mask. But I don't think I did. Anywho, that just amused me.
Your turn.
Okay. So, and if you guys have read and think I did miss him removing the mask or have a better explanation, like, I'd love to think that maybe Tolkien did actually plan it and I'm just missing it.
I think it's even more funny if he made a mistake.
True. And then, like, me 100-some years later pick up, okay, Mr. Tolkien, you made a mistake here. Go and fix that now. Says I.
I'm sure that he knows exactly what he was doing, but...
Yeah. Okay. So, in my... Oh, well, speaking of Lord of the Rings, in my teapots bag from Laura Concert is my Thorin's Hooded Cow.
And that's also a Knit for Brains bag.
Yes, it is Knit for Brains bag. And this project is called Laura's Hood, so it's for Laura.
No.
Yeah, I know. Shocking. So, it be growing.
Be.
This is the first time I've done this in a true worsted.
Very nice.
I really do like the fabric of it with the worsted. So. And I wonder if I will have to break into the other skein.
You might. Because worsted,
Yeah, because I'm used to doing it off of a Miss Babs, which is just a bit different. So, there we go.
Let's see what my next one is. In my Silver Shed blue, it's my Silver Shed old logo on the blue field. This is the first
vintage logo.
Our vintage logo. The first custom one I think Anne did for us in terms of actually making the fabric and everything.
Right. Versus like, can we have a chameleon?
Right. So this is the one, I worked on this one a lot. This is Talia's.
Yay.
I vaguely had a thought that maybe I could finish it on my birthday.
Oh.
But that wasn't going to happen. But you can see I was doing, almost finished with the last of the blue row.
Uh-huh.
And now you can see how far
Oh,
I
look
am.
at that size. It's going to be nice.
So I'm hoping that I have enough of the zing to have like a one row edging, like a single crochet or something on the bottom to kind of tie it in a little bit. But I think even if I don't, it'll be fine.
Right.
Because it just ties up the top and bottom. I think it'll be fine. I wish I'd had more of the Marigold Jen,
Right.
but I didn't. So this is truly a scrap shawl.
It is, which is what it is expected. Oh, that's going to be so nice.
So yeah, this has the potential to be finished next week, but I don't know that it will.
That'll be a nice big FL for you.
Yeah, a lot will, because I don't have another one on the hook, another 2 on the hook. It would be nice to get this one finished.
Then you can maybe focus on yours a little bit.
Yeah. I've been cutting these.
Psych, you'll start another one.
I have another one.
Another one.
Oh yeah.
You'll be like, I have one finished. I could totally work on the ones I have going. Or I could
another
start
one.
another one.
Yeah. I like working on shawls, whether they're crochet or knitted. Crochets are fun because they go pretty quickly.
Well, it's like, when are we going to decide we have enough shawls?
Never. What kind of a question is that?
Although, like, we do wear them. I wear them constantly.
I like to have different ones to go to church or whatever. And this is a really nice one to work on, and it's versatile.
I like to pretend to be fashionable when I don't leave the house.
Well, I think it's funny because I told the lady about the scarf, and she said, "Oh, that's right, you have all those pretty wearable things," whatever she said. I said, "Oh yeah, we have, have no problem making something for you, if I want to." I've been known to do that for people just because I feel like it.
Right.
I don't like to do things on consignment because it puts too much pressure.
Yeah, we learned the hard way that it's just not really that much fun.
No. It makes something that I enjoyed a chore,
Yes.
and then invariably, if I feel like that, I put pressure on that, I hurt my hands. So I don't do that anymore. I think I did it once. I was like, no, not doing that.
Yeah, we did the crochet shawl
Yes.
shrug things.
Yes.
From
One of our first wearables, and it was
from Tartarus.
It wasn't a bad pattern. What drove me nuts on it was the fun fur.
This really has matured very nicely.
Yes, it has a. I can still have the aftertaste of it.
Yeah, the sherry comes through very nicely at the end. This could be a very nice after a meal tea. You want just something light, maybe you ate a bit too much.
To me, it's not even that. To me, it's one of those teas I can see sitting on the porch and just, like.
I think I'm not sure if it would be good cold, though.
Not necessarily cold.
I mean, cooling, but not like you made it iced.
I think it could potentially, it would be very light. But you could, in a cool evening, a fall evening or something like that, sitting on the porch or sitting on a swing or something like that and just having it.
This is a light one I can actually taste and enjoy as it cools. At the beginning, I don't really get a whole lot out of it.
The flavors are much stronger as they cool. And I don't usually like my teas to be cool, but this, I'm learning because some of the flavors don't come out from various teas unless they cool a little bit.
I wonder how many times you were missing the flavor of tea because you would drink your tea so quickly.
My tea's almost gone. It still tastes like rose water to me, but roses are good.
And also, I do taste a cherry, though.
I do taste a little cherry. I get the predominant roses and the predominant background of grass or whatever that is.
The green tea, yeah. It's a green, it's a cherry green, so. Okay. It'd be my turn, I presume. Oh, I meant to put my sweater on, I didn't. Because I got distracted.
I put the shawl on and it fell off my shoulders.
That one, that's something I have noticed with certain shawls. Also, maybe I move around more than I think I do. And I'll be doing stuff, and then I'll invariably be sitting there with my shawl half off.
Yeah.
Although that happens with my big yellow sweater, too, because it's got a big shawl collar.
Right.
Not something like this so much where it's more fitted. But I'll be sitting there, live streaming for literally the hours, I'll notice my sweater's half off my shoulder.
Right.
Looks like I'm trying to do like a, was it 70s, 80s look?
I like the 80s
There
off
we
the
go.
shoulder thing.
Oh, righty then.
Okay, I think
So now it's my turn. I just had to get warm. So in my Kickaboo bags, teacups on an ugly green,
you should stop that. You're gonna hurt the bag's feelings.
green, yellow backdrop.
You're mean.
These are the Peridot Socks. The pattern is Bavarian Diamond Sock by Judy Sumner. I forgot to grab the sock blocker so you could see it a little bit better, but
Oh, you finished one.
I finished one.
That's nice. Like that.
So, I always forget how long my foot is in comparison to like what the leg, because I went with what they suggested for the leg, so I think this is a little bit shorter than I normally go with for the leg. And then I've started the second one.
Okay.
So
It matches the.
it matches the teacup, not the bag itself.
I didn't. That's what I pointed to.
Yes, it's prettier than the bag's color by itself.
You're mean.
It was a compliment to your yarn.
You're mean to the bag.
Yes, because the bag could totally feel
You're mean.
the shade.
Okay. Let's see here.
There we go. So, happy with that being done. My goal is to get more socks off the needle with yarn that's supposed to handle socks, because I'm tired of darning the same 2 or 3 pairs of socks over and over and over again. So I need more socks that are intended for, made with yarn intended for that use.
I only have this much more Mad Tosh. I don't know how big this last row is going to be. Because I don't think this will go with this.
I have more of the Matt Tosh, Mom.
Okay. I wish we had more of the Marigold Jen.
Yeah, that I can't help with. That was all I had.
Yeah. And I don't have any of it.
Well, it makes kind of cool center stripe. It's just like this random pop.
It offends my sense of.
It's a scrap shawl.
It offends my sense of symmetry.
You
It's entirely the wrong shape.
You-
Yes, it is a reference.
you remember what a scrap shawl is, right?
It's entirely the wrong shape.
Scrap means
Scrappy Dappy Doo. I forget what I said to Davina one day. She said, Mom, that's babyish. That's Scooby Doo, or whatever she said. She gets offended by anything that's even remotely.
since when is Scooby Doo babyish?
I think it was Scrappy Doo in particular, not Scooby Doo.
Well, Scrappy Doo's just annoying.
Yes, he is. And why does the younger one talk and the older one not?
Because Scooby knows when to keep his mouth shut.
Is it
Why waste energy talking when sign language does as well?
his
What?
you have to watch it. It's when he gets his Scooby snacks.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch that show very often.
Let's see here. Okay.
I don't think we really even had it. I don't remember when.
Well, we were in England for a lot of the times that you were. So we had whatever was on AFN for the most part, because we, there weren't all the options there that
Right.
there are now. Okay, and we didn't let you watch a lot of stuff.
Right.
Okay, my next one is in my. Okay, I just did the special request. In my Country Roads. In my B-wing bag.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't remember. Country Living, whatever I call this bag that Brittany gave me. I love this. I love this bag. It was so nice of her to give it to me. It's one of my few drawstrings that I use because it's a well-made one.
You also had the teacups one.
Yeah, no, I said it's one of the few.
And that teacups one.
Well, that was Ploverbird way back when. I don't have a lot. If you look at in the scheme of things, I have early knitting's my bag. Actually, all my knitting's my bag, and all my Ploverbird are drawstring, but everything else.
It just made me laugh because you're like, I don't have that many drawstrings. Like,
I don't.
3 right there that you're currently working with.
If you do percentage-wise, I don't. Although I have more up there that I forgot about, smaller ones. Okay, this is my Jelly Roll blanket.
For whatever reason, I don't destroy plover birds. I don't know what she did to hers. Like, I am the destroyer of drawstring bags, and hers hold up. I don't know how.
So I don't know if I showed you this last week. I think I did. I think I had already reached this color last time.
I can't recall.
But anyway, I don't know if I showed this to you guys or I showed it on the on the
Patreon
live stream. Mm-hmm. I might have done both, but it is another color.
Yay!
So I'm hoping I don't mind picking up the stitch or two that have to be picked up for me to do this.
I'm sure it's more than 2 stitches.
No, because as you do it, you're going back and forth, so you pick it up as you go.
Well, I mean, it's more than 2 stitches total.
No, I didn't say total. It's just...
But you could totally do it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it has little...
Well, yeah, that's the way that works with garter.
Holes.
That's why she tends to do that with the garter.
So I'm going to have to see how that works. I'm hoping that
It's the same thing with the miter square.
Get the hang of it. I like that. It's pretty. And I would never maybe have put some of these colors together, but...
Yeah, but it'll combine just fine with the scrappy blanket.
So I'm kind of happy with this. I've got all kinds of yarn in here. I don't know what it is. Some is Malabrigo, some is Miss Bab, some is whatever. I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff. And I told Laura I was going to start using my minis, and she said, yeah.
Duh, Mom.
She's such a sweetheart. She makes me giggle. Yeah. So that's basically all I have to say about this. I want to see if I can get a row done before I have to put it away. So that says I can work on all the projects so far.
You are taking notes, right?
I am.
Okay. So in my...
That has an interesting aftertaste. I can still taste something.
Huh.
I think it's the cherry.
The cherry does seem to be the last taste.
There's like a tang in the back of my mouth. And that, I think, comes from the cherry. Because you don't have orange in there.
No, I don't. And I can't... mine's all gone, so...
Yeah, mine's all gone, too. I think.
I thought you said you had a little bit left.
Do I? I thought I finished it.
So in my Silver Shed USA books bag, these are the Kingfisher socks. The pattern is Vanilla Latte Socks by Virginia Rose Jeans.
Virginia Rose Jeans?
It's like a compound.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I'm guessing Rose was her maiden name, and then Jeans, Jeanes, is her married name.
That's an unusual name for a last name. That's interesting.
Excuse me. So, I'm probably getting close to being able to do the heel flap for this one. I really love this.
That's pretty. It's going to be really pretty when you're done.
Yes, it is.
It looks like it's patterning with, like you see some that have like little animals or whatever, or shapes or whatever.
Well, it's actually a lot of her the bird ones have a similar patterning because the colors are so different. You don't realize the patterning similar unless you're looking at them side by side.
Well, she probably uses the same method.
Yeah, exactly. We're acting like it's a company, so I'm guessing there's multiple people.
I'm sure.
But it's beautiful because the way they dye up, like the Christmas one is quite different. I think this is just the pattern, for lack of a better term, they used for the birds.
You mean the blue one?
The tinsel.
The tinsel, yeah, Christmas tinsel.
Was
it vintage tinsel?
Vintage tinsel, yeah. The one with the sparkly and then all the dark jewel tones.
Right. I would like to finish this rose and continue to waffle.
So, yes.
I think the color combination is interesting, with the orange and the blues and the green and the kind of a aqua or whatever that is. It's not really blue. This is kind of a blue, this stripe here, but
yeah.
The rest of it's kind of
this color appears blue.
Yeah.
They're all shades of blue.
It makes me feel like an ocean with a sunset or something.
I'm actually not sure what a kingfisher looks like.
Yeah, I just know it's a fish. So maybe that's
why... Kingfisher's a bird, Mom.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It's a bird.
Birds collection.
Birds collection, yes. Oh, that's right. I think what I was thinking of with the kingfisher was the, for some reason, the sailfish. Have you ever seen the sailfish?
No.
They have like a big sail on their backs.
Like a shark?
No, sharks don't have sails.
Well,
it looks like a stegosaurus type of thing.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a stegosaurus.
It's got like a fan on its back.
Yeah. Okay, that made me finish this.
Good, because I
know Pat is laughing at me with the kingfisher. That's okay. I can take the hit.
I just like, what fish?
In Fisher. Kingfisher. It's a fisher. It fishers. It fishes for fish. There. Okay. My next one. Oh, okay. Let me pull my show notes a little closer here. Okay, in my Emma Owl bag, the one that was attacking me earlier. Excuse me. I was happy that I could show Emma that I had my bag. She was happy about that. My Emma Owl bag, to be specific, is my Ice Baby blanket. And I did a little work on this. I've got this jelly roll. Okay. And this is moving along as well. I have to see if I'm going to use all 3 skeins or not. But it's actually really soft for an acrylic. If you feel that,
It's not bad.
you know, it'll hold up for a baby, I think, very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find where my, oh, there it is. Okay. I should put an orange clip on here
Yeah.
because the clip,
It blends too much.
it blends too much with the, can you see that there? There. But yeah, this is another of the Cerebelle, another of my many renditions of a Cerebelle pattern because it just is so
Versatile.
It just, it lends itself to,
Okay, does anyone else pronounce it versatile? Because you say versatile.
sometimes I say versatile, sometimes I say versatile.
Which is correct?
I don't think it matters. I think it's just a matter of preference.
Okay.
Because I've heard it both ways, and I say it both ways.
Okay.
It
Because
just-
I've never said versatile.
Yeah. It can be, you know.
But I know I can be literal
if
sometimes
it's-
with
yeah,
phonetics.
Yeah, if you go strictly phonetically, it would be versatile.
Okay,
because-
but which is it? I know I can be literal with phonetics sometimes.
and, yeah, this moves along pretty quickly, and I think this is another one that if I just sit down and my hands cooperate, I should be able to finish it relatively quickly, and then I can start another one. Maybe. I have to see if I have
You're-
the right kind of yarn.
You're totally going to start another one. Besides, you already said basically said you're going to make that girl a scarf.
Yes, but that's a different thing. That's when I finish the scarf. This is the blanket.
Oh, okay. So it has to be a blanket that replaces it.
Yeah.
Well, you usually have a baby blanket like this going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you wouldn't know what to do if you didn't.
Well, at least they have something to see, even if it's boring, be the same pattern all the time.
Well,
But
the
it-
yarn would keep it from being boring, though.
Yeah, I do like this for my very variegated, extremely variegated yarn.
Mm-hmm.
It works with just about anything. If you have a plain yarn, especially like one of the vintagey kind of colors, like a cream or a pale green or a rose pink,
Yeah, I
or
was going to say
something,
rose pink, not pale pink.
it would be very classy and like heirloomy,
Mm-hmm.
if that's a word. It is now.
Mint green.
Mint green, things like that. I think a sage green would be even better.
You're probably right.
It just lends itself. I really, really wish I could find her because I'd like to let her know again, how much use I get out of this pattern. It was a free pattern, and I think this is the pattern I've made more than anything. It's just
Have you reached Laura levels as she has with the
I don't think
turtles?
anybody has reached Laura's levels of doing anything. No, and that's a big turtle.
What was it? 30 something for the big one and 40 something for the small?
For Biddy, yeah.
Yeah.
She has to catch up with Tara. Poor Tara.
Well, Tara was designed a lot later than the other two.
Yeah, I think Laura's just slacking on Tara. That's all.
And Tara's the cutest of the turtles,
Yeah,
if I might say so myself.
well, she's the funnest to play with.
Did you say the funnest?
I did on purpose. I was looking at you with a. I'm cute. I love Tara. Yeah. So anyway, that's all I have to say about this. This is ice yarn that was given to me by Chronically Crocheting very generously. She sent it to me, and she sent me 3 skeins of it.
Is
So-
this the second time you made a blanket out of it?
No, this is. I had it. I think I tried to do it in something else.
Okay, because I thought you tried to use the yarn before. This is the first time.
I think I tried to use it with something else. I said, you know what? This needs to be a blanket.
Well, it's a very cute baby blanket.
Yeah.
And you should have more than enough yarn.
I think so. I mean, it's not going to be. I think it's going to be maybe a crib size. Not even a crib size. Maybe a stroller.
I don't know the sizes. I mean, I have them written down
They
somewhere.
used to call them preambulators. You know, the big, long baby strollers. That they're not like strollers that you sit up and you can lay down. Like
right, because the sizes that they have the stroller size. I have in my baby patterns all the different sizes.
I'm trying to think of the name. It can be used as a bassinet. Also, the one I had that we had when you were born and when Davina was born, we used that. You could take it off the wheels, and we used it for a bassinet until we felt comfortable putting you into the crib.
Uh-huh.
And so that's what I'm talking about. It's one of those long with the thing you can flip back and forth so the sun stays off of.
Canopy?
I guess you'd call it a canopy. But anyway, I used to know the name of it, but it's been so long since I've had babies that I forget the name of it. And this would fit in there, very easily.
Someone will fill in the blanks.
Somebody fill in blanks. I can hear people yelling, but I don't know what they're saying at this point. Somebody will break through.
They're not
eventually.
being clear.
They're not being clear.
Enunciate.
All you moms and grandmas out there, can help me out.
Okay, so next,
Sticking to my fingers.
What? Oh, the yarn is like not wanting to.
Yeah, it's like static or something.
It's like, no, you need to crochet on me now. I don't. That's odd. It doesn't want to go in the bag.
It's alive.
Mom,
remember in Strawberry Blonde where they found the spaghetti all over?
Oh, yeah, because they couldn't figure out how to eat it.
Yeah, I was like, and he pulls it out, and it's like, it's alive.
How were they trying to... They couldn't figure out how to get it around the fork, right?
Yeah, well, he was... see which actor it was...
it was the guy from... it was the cop from Arctic and Old Lace.
Yes. He also played in Cat on Hot Tin Roof.
Oh, he did?
Opposite of Paul Newman as his brother. With Alan Hale in Thank You Lucky Stars. Jack Carson.
Yes.
Jack Carson. He... now, where am I going with that?
We're talking about the spaghetti.
Oh, the spaghetti. He was saying you eat it with... You just put the little and the spoon, and I never did that way.
Oh, did it with a spoon?
No, apparently you twirl the fork on the spoon. I never did that way. I have half Italian. I never did that way.
They probably just didn't know what the...
Well, I love Rita Hayworth's character. She's like, why don't we just ask Giuseppe how to eat spaghetti? and Jack Carson's hair is like, we can't do that. He might get offended. He'd quit. An Italian butler, but it's. I love Strawberry Blonde. If you haven't seen it, you really need to check it out. It's got Jack Carson, Rita Hayworth, Olivia de Havilland, and James Cagney, and then I can't think of the guy's name who was the barber. He's funny, Nick.
Oh, Nick was a good character.
He was, but yeah, very very good movie. And it was your turn.
Okay, so that gave me a chance to finish my needle. So, in my, which bag is this? Oh, this is my Big Skein and Little Wool. This is my Velveteen Rabbit bag. And it's getting tangled with this yarn. Hold on. Because I decided that I didn't feel like guessing when to measure this next. So I marked off a few rows and then I was like, I'm done for now. Tara's beating me up. Unless she's trying to play.
She's playing. She's gonna beat you all up.
She's like, play with me now.
Play with me. Play with me.
Remember on Cats, there was that one cat. It was like a kitten or something. It was like a,
I haven't seen Cats yet.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the game Cats. When Dewey and I were kids, they had this one... I forget what kind of cat it was. It was a little cat. It was almost like a little Persian.
Okay.
And it used to do this if it wanted to play. It'd be like, mew, and it would just do this with its paws. That was like its thing that it did. Anywho, this is my rainbow socks. So as you can see, I turned the heel. And this is, I said this is Vanilla Cream by K.F. Jones. And this purple was dyed by Mom. I don't know what the colorway was. I think you're making mini skeins. You're testing colorways. And I will be using...
That looks like it might be... Oh, it's too... I'm not sure if it's purple
I've had that for a while.
It might be purple packages.
And then I have this green that'll be for the toes. Or for the toe for this sock. They'll flip for the other pair. So, yeah. Having a lot of fun. Can't wait to get to the toe. And actually, I need to slide past you.
Okay.
Ow. Sorry.
Okay, I know I have a hook in here. At least I wrote the size down, but I don't know where it went. This is in my Universal Studios blue canvas bag. It's a really nice bag. I got it when my husband and I went to Universal Studios in Florida a few years back for our anniversary. And I wanted the bag, so he got it for me. But anyway, this has my Virtual Hug shawl from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Zattel. So this is another one that I do a lot of, and it grew a little bit. And I'm using an eye hook, but I think my bag ate it. I can't do anything on it until I find my hook or get myself another hook. But I want the hook that I have in here because I know it's... Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is a yarn from the local yarn shop that went... I think this is one that I got from a yarn shop that went defunct. Anyway, so I did a little, and it's got some really pretty...
Purples?
It's very subtle kind of dappling, I guess.
Excuse me. Tonal, I would say, maybe.
Tonal, yeah. But it's very pretty, and I'm going to go a little bit longer with this, maybe till I finish the ball I have. I haven't quite decided. This is just another one of those scrap shawl patterns because it's just very easy to do. And this is the one I said that, yeah, if I finish Talia's, I still have 2, and I want to start another one. Ha ha ha. Because,
well, you only have 1.
Yeah, I only have 1.
And I'll have 3. Because you gave me your original one.
Yeah, I want to make... I have from Dragonfly Fibers, I have some black pearl. Mm-hmm. And I have 2 of those plus a gray, like a silver gray.
You're going to basically mimic the one that I have that's on the forest floor.
Yeah, because
I have blacks, grays, and red.
I was thinking about using my one of maroon as a contrast color. Mm-hmm. So
now, granted, since you're doing this one instead, there's going to be more of each color in there.
What?
You're doing in crochet.
Oh, right.
So it's going to look different because you don't have as small of a strip usually.
Right. Well, of course it'll look different, but I'm kind of looking forward to getting started with that one, but I have to exercise self-control, which
Why?
I don't know. I think it's overrated. But anyway, so yeah, this is a very lightweight one, and this is basically DK worsted in terms of yarns. And I'm enjoying this. It's what's not to enjoy, right?
Right.
So
okay.
And it has a very definite spine and everything. You know, it's got the...
Oh, well, yeah.
You can definitely see how it's shaped. Can you see that? Yeah, I think so. There. It's a very nice shape. It sits really nice on your shoulders.
It does.
Which is good because I tend to be doing things and things always fall off my shoulders.
Indeed. I mean, all shawls will fall off regardless, but that shape stays on better. Mm-hmm. It also covers more of your arms than, say, a triangle. But, okay, so that leads on to my next one. In my Slip Stitch Studio Firefly bag, this is the sock that I almost forgot to bring with me because it sits on my desk, so I don't usually have it with the other projects because it hangs off of my drawer, so I can just keep.
And that's Pat's, right?
This is Pat's. This is her Graveyard Fields pattern.
That's the one that a lucky winner will get.
Yes.
The pattern, not the socks.
No, you don't get my socks. So you can see the pattern developing quite nicely. Mm-hmm. Actually, I feel like it's showing up really nicely on screen this time.
Yes.
Probably because I'm a little bit farther along than I was last time. So, slowly but surely making my way up the foot. I found a way to enlarge the chart so that I can see it a bit better. Because I was having trouble just me. You know, I think it'd be fine for most people, but because bending down it too much is an issue for me, I get pain back here. I enlarged the chart so then I could see it without bending as much. And that's helped a lot for me for working on this. Yeah, like I said, I just hang off my drawer, and this bag's meant for 2 at a time sock, or 2 at a time something. So I'm glad that I got this way back when, without any knowledge that I would eventually need something like this.
I seem to remember Dan doing 2 at a time bank heads.
No, I did 2 at a time bank heads.
I think he did as well.
I don't think he did.
I thought he did. Because he was always doing stuff that...
He actually hasn't done 2 at a time.
I seem to remember he did. I don't know.
At least not when he was doing the bankhead. He wasn't. I don't remember doing
maybe
2 at a time.
It might not have been bankhead.
Kay has always done cuff down. I don't think I've ever seen cuff down done 2 at a time. I think it's usually the toe up.
But I'm not talking about a sock.
I know you're not, but usually, like, I don't remember him doing any hats that way.
Maybe he just talked about it, but I know he was. You know.
I did 2 at a time bank heads because I remember feeling very, very innovative at the time. And then, not innovative, I mean, I'm sure someone else had done it, but I felt very proud of myself for doing 2 at a time bank heads. And then I had done I think I did 2 pairs of socks at a time. One time.
Then you see the person who does like 6 pairs of 6 at a time.
Well, I probably saw someone doing it at a fiber festival, and that's why I wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. Although that's just too many skeins of yarn at one time.
Yeah. You almost have to have several bags in one big bag to keep everything.
And still, you run the risk of things kind of trying to tangle with each other. So, 2 at a time is a good limit.
I don't even do 1 at a time.
Well, the one thing that made it easy about the bank heads, first of all, having 2 of them at a time is fine. They're they're big hats. Mm-hmm. And then also, they're very different colors. Grandpa's was brown and Grandma's was green. I couldn't possibly accidentally knit across to the other one without...
I have every faith in your ability to do that.
Actually, knock on wood, I haven't done that yet this time with the gray yard socks. Mm-hmm. I used to do that on rare occasions back when I was knitting 2 at a time more frequently, but haven't done it yet with this sock.
Right.
I actually have a book for 2 at a time socks.
Right, I remember
with a bunch of patterns in there. The thing is, I come to realize I don't always like the way patterns are written in books because I've become spoiled with indie designers. Isn't that horrible? Well, they don't always provide all the sizes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they'll just be like, "This is your size," and I'm like, "But I don't want that size." I'll go to my indie designers that provide me with options.
Stop being a diva. Options. Give me options.
So, it's your turn.
Okay, let me finish this stitch. All right, let me put this away. I'm going to have to cake up a couple yarns so I can go forward with this.
Go forth.
And
knit some more.
This is not knit.
Crochet some more.
Okay. All right, my next one. Oh, I can't show this one. You said you didn't want to do this in this portion.
Well, for you, it's not a shop news. For me, it is. You could just say, I can't show this project.
Bad.
Yeah. But because for me, it's actually shop-related stuff, it's in a different section.
It's your turn, though, isn't it?
I'm done with my projects.
I'm done with my projects, too.
And what we normally do next is shop.
Okay, well, I lost my show notes for a second here.
Do you have any yarn?
I can't show it.
Okay, so Mom has yarn she can't show.
Yeah.
And I have bags I can just wave at you. Okay.
This is that which cannot be seen.
Design number 1, you can't see. Design number 2, you can't see. Let me make sure none of the design number 3 is sticking out. Let me zip this up. Well, actually, this is design number 2 with... Yes. Design number 2, which is actually a version of design number 2, but a different version of it. That's what I was trying to say. Yes, let me write that idea down.
Okay. I don't have anything in my yarn that I can show you. It's for the kits. For those of you who are being so patient, thank you very much. I'm shooting for the end of February, but February is a short month, so it might be early March to get these things up. Now that the birthdays and Christmas are over, I should be able to focus more on the yarn. Ty and I will have to focus on having our morning things that once we hit lunch, we go separate ways so I can do this stuff. Because we've been brainstorming a lot, and that's taken up some of my afternoon time, as well as Daddy doing things and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to, I have 2 more skeins of yarn, I think it is, to dye up for the kits, and then I have to put it all together, and then hopefully I can start listing them. So I do thank you for your patience. I didn't give a timeline, and I appreciate those who have asked, and they've been very kind about it, and you guys have been very patient. Yeah. Thank you very much. And I'm hoping that you will think it's worth the wait. Okay? In terms of other things, I do hope to be dyeing yarn for that as well, but my priority right now is the kits.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and it doesn't matter if Talia and I get our yarn right away, we want to get your yarn first.
I'm looking forward to my bag because one of the designs will fit better in that bag than in the bag I have it in.
I had to laugh at Laura because on the Zoom, she says to me, I want to see the bags. We haven't seen the bags. I'm like, oh, yes, you have.
Wait, back when?
Yeah, she laughed at herself. She's funny. She just makes me laugh. She's very, very sweet, and she made me giggle. Okay, so that takes care of that. I didn't show my frog last time, but I
thought you did.
No, I left him here.
Oh, okay.
And I put him away. I frogged my turtle shell dishcloth project.
You said them. I remember you saying them.
And my little green man. Oh, I did say them?
Yes, I remember you saying them.
All right, so that's...
The only reason I remember is because the turtle one. The turtle shell. Because I remember
Right.
thinking, oh, she said... Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I don't think I liked working in the yarn for the pattern. I think it was an acrylic I was using. I don't know.
Do you want to do reading before stash since it's your birthday?
I actually don't have a whole lot of reading because all my walk time has been used with religious activities that we stepped up for a little while. They had, on Hallowed, they had stepped up a couple of challenges that we did. And so by the time I finished them, I couldn't read anything. Read in quotes. I have been listening to a lot of Agatha Christie, Poirot kind of things. I'm listening to a short story now. Actually, I just finished it. Something about dreams. Something about dreams. I can't remember what the name of it was. And I didn't write it down. But anyway, I'm just kind of, most of my reading has been in my religious stuff and, daily prayer 2022 and just that kind of stuff. I haven't had a lot of free time. I finished my Concord from this past quarter, but nothing much.
For me, I finished reading The Voyage of the Dawn, or listening to The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. This is the one that had Brother Cadfael read. I don't remember the actor's name.
Derek Jacobi.
Jacobi reading the book. He's not my favorite reader. I really liked the lady who read Prince Caspian, and then I forget who read the actual Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It wasn't Kevin Brown now. It was somebody else. He did a really good job because Kevin Brown now kind of made the animals sound like monotone, but the guy who read for Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe gave them like this Scottish accent, which was cool because they were different than the others, but they still had inflection. The only reason why the only thing that takes me out of the story for Jacobi is that he gives Rupeteep this really squeaky voice.
But you said there was a reason.
And there is a reason in the book. In that particular book, they do mention a couple times he's a squeaky voice.
It was a mouse.
I think because the lady had made him sound so dignified, which kind of matches the way he holds himself, that to then go to the squeaky, it kind of grated on me. Although, like I said, I do understand why he did it. Then I've been reading Peace in the Storm, Meditations for Chronic Pain and Illness by Maureen Pratt. Until Christ Be Formed in You by Blessed James Alberione. Sorry, I had to readjust things here.
I had to finish that book. I have it.
They're nice short little pieces. I've still been reading here the Tea Book by Linda Gaylord. Must have read a little bit of this because I don't remember reading it. Never Bet Against a Cam, Mass Activation Disease and the Modern Epidemics of Chronic Illness and Medical Complexity. Yes, that's the entire title. By Lawrence B. Afrin, MD. Of course it's a long title, it's a doctor. A Hobbit, a Wardrobe, and a Great War. How J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis rediscovered faith, friendship, and heroism is the cataclysm of 1914 to 1918. Okay, that's not much better. By Joseph LeConte. He goes to the Dr. Afrin School of Titling Books.
Definitely not to grab you and no clickbait.
No clickbait there. Then Broken, Living with EDS and Other Chronic Conditions. That's a little bit better. Good. We're improving here. By Cassandra A. Campbell and Marcia Brock.
Marcia?
Yeah, Marcia. Marcia.
That's Marcia.
Oh. Oops. I always thought Marcia was Marsha.
It can be, but I've never seen it spelled that way.
I thought that was the way that Marcia was spelled.
She might have.
I didn't know that was spelled with a C ever. Mm-hmm. I think Marcia is prettier.
Well, it's Marcia.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Tell you, my name is Marlicia. Marlicia.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It should be Marcia.
So says Talia.
Okay, so I'm re-listening to the complete stories of Sherlock Holmes, Volume 1 by Arthur Conan Doyle on Audible.
Who's reading it?
Oh, I can't remember. I'd have to take a look. And I'm starting to read on Kindle, because I don't have the Audible for this, The Silver Chair by C.S. Lewis. Can't remember who was supposed to be next. They seem to have like a couple of famous actors reading the full series, but because I don't have the last two, I'm having to read them on Kindle, but I can't remember who reads the last two. So then the other ones I read I have here. I continue to read Two Towers. I'm so close to done. I'm so excited because after I read Return of the King, I get to start Silmarillion. And I think I'll really appreciate it. I've actually appreciated reading this more this time around because I know more of the back lore.
Don't get too much into it, Ty.
No, I won't. And after I read the Silmarillion, I get to read Baron and Luthien, The Fall of Gondolin, and Children of Hurin, and also the Unfinished Tale. Wait,
I have Children of Hurin.
You haven't been able to find your Children of Hurin.
I know I had it. Davina gave it to me.
And you probably have the one with the pretty artwork in it too.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten rid of the book because Davina gave it to me. So
I do remember her, or maybe I know she got you a C.S. Lewis collection. Maybe that's what we're thinking of.
No, I have the Children of Hurin.
I wonder where it went.
I don't know.
Still reading Northanger Abbey. Actually, pretty far along with that too. And then this is part of Stash Enhancements. So this is starting us off with Stash Enhancement. My grandfather found this, because Grandma gives all credit to Grandpa, and said, Talia's going to like this, so they sent it to me. And it is cool. I am enjoying this. It's got Greek, Roman, and Norse mythology. I haven't hit Norse mythology. They said a lot of the interesting ones for Roman is basically stolen from Greek, because the Romans didn't have a lot of imagination. Which amuses me immensely.
I take offense at that. Although my family's not from Rome, they're from Naples.
And the copyright's 1942. So, it's in good shape for 1942. Actually, it's in good shape anyway. It's in much better shape than my 1960s Two Towers, which
is
is
also a hardcover.
True, but the paper
it is very good.
Also, people don't tend to read textbooks the same way they do novels like this. I mean, this, even before I taped it, I think someone had to tape this. It's basically being held together by, spit and duct tape.
Was MacGyvered.
Yes. I mean, it's the same thing for my copy of The Fellowship.
My books like that are falling apart.
My Return of the King is a new one. I think I must have had an old one at one point, or maybe I couldn't find an old copy of it.
Mine are newer than that, and they're falling apart. I had a box set. I don't know if I still have the box set upstairs or not.
Mine actually has Aragorn from the movie on it for The Return of the King. No, I would have preferred to have one like this, because it would have been, I don't know, it would have had a nice feel to it. But, yes, so that's my stash enhancement. All my other stash enhancements are basically, whoopsie, kind of like yours.
And I have a fair amount of stash enhancements because I had my birthday yesterday.
Well, let me hold off the ones that are exactly like yours, then I'll do the ones that aren't like yours first. And then we can go to you.
What?
I have one that's exactly the same as yours. Okay. So I'll hold off that one.
Okay.
I'll do all mine that are not like yours, then we can go all yours. Is that cool?
Okay.
So I have my Adagio Christmas gifts that came in. Oh no, all my Adagio birthday gifts, not Christmas gifts. All my birthday gifts already came in. These were, they started something, a trading card thing, where you can get cards with certain teas on it, and you can either redeem them and get a little portion, or if you're lucky, a sample size, or you can trade cards with someone else who has a card you prefer.
And they keep tweaking it, so it's really cool.
Yeah. So, but in order to get them, sent to you, you need to make a
Buy
purchase.
something, yeah.
So next time if I have to purchase, I'll do not cream. It is, what are some of the ones that I usually like when it's in there? It's cream. Last I tried it in something, I really liked it. Well, maybe it was vanilla. I can't remember. But I wanted to try cream this time. That was good. I'll have to check my notes because it was something they had in one of the packs. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. And usually it's an ingredient that I really enjoy in a tea. There is Hojika, which is, that's a kind of tea. Genma Cha Ka. I accidentally redeemed that one when I was trying to figure it out. You've had that before. I've given you each time.
Green chai tea. I haven't had it yet.
That was one of our first samples.
Oh, okay.
Then wild strawberry. Kukicha. Chocolate truffle.
That's amazing.
But it's not chocolate truffle.
Chai. It's not chocolate. It's not chocolate, whatever chai. But I had a second. I tried that the other day.
Oh yeah.
And it grew on me.
Okay. But your chai one, not this one.
Not that one too.
This is
I have one of those.
Oh, you do? It didn't say chai on it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Chocolate truffle.
Okay. And then this one I was really happy to get. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And it's mocha. It's got cherry, mocha nut mott, and cream. So I'm really excited about this one. I can't wait to try it. I felt like I really scored to get this one. But the person didn't like mott. So she was like, I don't care if you only give me like little packets. I'm not going to drink this. Here.
Keep my eye open for something like that.
I haven't seen a size like that since. I wonder if they've tweaked it so people can only have the samples form if they have a certain number so people aren't making uneven trades.
That could be. But if people are willing to do it, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're able to refuse.
They are. So I'll wait this until whenever you want to.
Okay. Let me just...
You have so many birthday
the
things.
thing is, mine is a birthday gift.
Yes.
So I'll do that one. Well, let me do this first. These are things that I got. I still have things I have to redeem that people gave me for my birthday on Adagio because my birthday was yesterday. So the last ones came in. But these are the ones that came in. This one is a redeem from the cards. This is Rubio's Vanilla Chai. And this is just a portion. And then I got...
Mom, Rooibos.
Yes. This is another. I have 3 of these now, the birthday tins. I think I have 3 of them now. And then
I really enjoy the birthday tea, and I'm going to be sad when I don't have any more left.
nice little birthday card from them. one of my friends over at Adagio, what she gifted me. Most people gifted me teas or cards or whatever. This person gifted me a spoon.
That's cool.
It's a very nice spoon.
I like the one that you got me.
It's to say, oh yeah, I'm going to get one of those. I think. Especially for the sugar, because it gets down so far in the bag.
Right.
So, or in the tin.
When your tea bag.
This was a real surprise. You can gift solid things like this.
Right.
I mean, everything's solid, you know what I mean. And then
you mean non-tea.
Non-teas. Then these were gifts as well. Honeybush blueberry pancake and white peach and almond oolong. So I got these. 3 people gave me these. And one of the ladies was so sweet. She messaged me on Adagio and she said, I don't have enough points to get you a gift, so I'll give you a card.
Oh.
And so she gave me a card, and I made sure I locked it because I don't want to lose it.
I think once I review Sam Gamgee, I might be able to give someone a gift for their birthday.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Because once I start reviewing these teas, I'll start building up my points again.
And then I ordered another one of these.
You're the Ty guy.
This is a limited edition, and Ty and I both liked it. Mm-hmm. So I'll put this in a tin probably.
Right.
And,
although you won't know if you'll be able to get it again after this year.
But it's just that it's so hard to...
Yeah. You once you're done with it, you might decide that you'll use a 10%. You'll wash it down and use it for something else.
And I haven't completely decided that's what I'm going to do with this. But anyway, so these are the Adagio gifts. Now I can go into birthday. And the things that you get with the cards are this size.
And except for that one reindeer one.
Except for the reindeer. For the most part, these are the normal ones. And then if you get, I don't know.
It's 4.
4 of them?
Yeah, if you get 4, they start to dance, and then eventually they will... Actually, I think 3, they start to dance. 4, they change over to sample if you want to.
To this size. So I'm hoping, I've got a couple that are locked that I'm hoping I will get doubles and triples of, so eventually I get a sample.
I have 2 locked that I have doubles of already. And then 1 locked that I don't have a double of yet, but I don't want anyone to take it from me.
Well, I had that one that I probably will redeem as a sample because I don't want to lose it. She gave me a mango, and I've never had a mango tea except an iced tea.
If you lock it,
I did lock it.
yeah, you don't have to redeem it right away.
No, I know. But my point is, I want to.
You might want to try the little one.
I want to try the smaller one.
That makes sense.
Because I like mango iced tea, so I should like it hot. I'm thinking, but I don't want to necessarily get a bigger one.
I think I've tried mango and a plum deluxe tea, and it was not bad, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Because I'm not usually into that kind of thing.
There we go. Okay, now. I got a lot of clothes, so I'm not going to show you with that. My husband got me a couple of workout outfits. He got me a skirt and a couple of... He says it's not really a sweater because it was a material he didn't think it was. He thought it was a sweater material, but it was more of a...
Jacket kind of?
I guess maybe a jacket is what you call it.
More like for twin sets.
Kind of. It's... I don't know. Those of you who've been with us a while remember my green sweater that is open. It's that kind of a style... But it's not sweater. It's I don't know. It does have the drape and everything.
But it's not a sweater material.
Yeah. So, but it's really nice. He was disappointed because it's not a sweater. I said it's fine. He got me a brown one and I think a baby
Sometimes
blue or
you're
black.
hot, but you still want something to cover your arms, and that would be really great for that.
He said he thought it would be warm. So he got me that. He got me a skirt. He got me a couple of workout outfits, and then he said I have 2 small things coming in, and then. The things I can show you. I put in here. He knows I love, those of you with us know we're very into our faith and stuff like that. He found this water from the Jordan River. It's holy water from the Jordan River. So eventually I'll take it out of the box and put it on our home altar. So I was really excited about that. And he got me The Life and Faith of C.S. Lewis, The Magic Never Ends. And this is narrated by Sir Ben Kingsley.
Okay, that should sound good.
So this should be really good. We talked about a couple weeks ago, a play that was about C.S. Lewis. And this is more of a documentary. So, Deborah Winger, I wonder what Deborah Winger's doing in it. Huh. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is kind of a throw-in gift, and I took it out of this bag, the other bag, and put it in here. I think I'm going to take the other little bag, if I can remember where I put it, and put a couple in my purse. Mm-hmm. These are hand lotions, and I have, since Wolf Farm used to do these wonderful lotions.
So inconsiderately.
Oh, yes. I never gave them permission to close, but they closed anyway.
Like you didn't buy that often.
I have quite a few of their stuff, and I have some of yours. I loved it because it was non-greasy, and because the wife was allergic to everything, it was hypoallergenic. So this is the first I've found that doesn't have that greasy residue.
So have you tried it?
Yes, I tried one of them. So I tried the grapefruit one, and I think I have it on my desk. What this is a set of 10, but there's 2 of each.
Oh, okay.
So this was a nice gift, because my husband said, you didn't have anything on your list, so I had to go looking.
He always does very well, though, when he
does.
He actually is really good at figuring out that kind of thing.
Now, people who know me know that I have a thing for boxes. I have a thing for writing pads, like journals and things like that, and pens. So my husband was looking, and he found this box.
It's beautiful.
And what I'm going to do with this box is put my business cards in there.
Will they fit?
Yes.
Okay.
So Daddy tried, he I forget how he did it. He put it like this, I think it was. And he took the card like this and like this. And if you look at it, it doesn't bend.
Okay, good.
So
good.
Yeah, it'll fit. So that'll be nice. I can just kind of lock it and it won't fall all over the place. So that was kind of nice.
Fancy.
Yeah. Davina got me a couple of... Oh, I left the card. She made me a really cute card for my birthday with an owl on it. It's really nice. And then she got me an Adagio gift card and an Amazon gift card.
I think I forgot to show my bunny one last time, too.
Yeah. I'm going to leave this one for last.
Okay.
This little chain, I'm going to see if Davina wants it, maybe because it's Paris.
She
it's
might,
the Eiffel Tower. This came in the box. I guess it's like swag because I can't figure out what it has to do with the box.
Yeah, if you tell her she can attach it to like a zipper or something, because she doesn't have keys.
Yeah, I don't know how she'll attach it to the zipper, but
I've attached it into this zipper.
yeah, she'll figure it out. Then I got,
It'll be like for a bag.
yeah, these 2 books. I got a couple of ebooks as well. This one is called Tea for You, Blending Custom Teas to Savor and Share. So this, I'm looking forward to reading this. And then this one is Tea, a recipe and guidebook, quick and easy to make tea recipes that are nutritious, relaxing, and energizing.
Didn't you say you found like chai mouthwash in there?
One of these had chai mouthwash in
I think it was that one.
Who's attacking me?
I don't know. I can't see.
Oh, it's one of my biddies. Okay. Yeah, this has recipes that actually use tea. Let me see here. I saw one that... Okay, he's going to have to go away for just a second here. Yeah, chai tea, masala tea. Huh.
Whoopsie. My book has masala chai tea recipe too.
This is going to be a lot of fun, I think. These 2 books. I'm really looking forward to getting into these books. And then my friend Sharon, I have 2 very close friends. Sharon is one of them. And she and I, a few years back when she was still here, she lives in New York now, upstate New York, we used to work together. And every Wednesday afternoon she would come and we'd do a Bible study. And we had this book that was about the book of Matthew. And it was the most difficult book to understand. It made absolutely no sense. The poor St. Matthew gets ridiculed. Anyway, this book here is a Bible study.
I wonder if she's going to be doing it too.
I have to ask her. She saw this article, and I saw this when I saw it on Take Up and Read. I didn't realize it was St. Matthew. Mm-hmm. She saw it. There was a little. Let's see if I can get this thing out of here. There's a little article. I guess this is in maybe the Sunday paper over maybe their parish paper, the diocesan paper or something. And it talks about Hosanna, and it's on the Gospel of Matthew. So she picked it up and sent it to me. We have a running joke about poor St. Matthew. Hopefully when we get to heaven, we'll have a good laugh over it with St. Matthew. But anyway, so she got me this, and this is for Lent. So I have to talk to Talia after the podcast. We're going to look at the 2 books, but I think we're going to do this one instead of the other one this year because we've already done the other one.
Yeah, we have.
So, this will be a lot of fun. It's day by day. What we do our Bible studies weekly, so we can do. It's like if you feel like you can do 2 days at once, you can. If you don't feel like you can do a day, you can skip. Whatever. And we can talk about wherever we're at.
Yeah.
So this is fun. I was really happy to get this. I have to tell her how happy I was about that. And that leads us to the one that's together.
Well, you saw Sam Gamgee.
Mm-hmm. This one here.
Yes. Which I'm actually rather happy with. It's mild, but it's really good.
Yeah,
I'm going to re-steep and see how it is with re-steeping. I bet it'll bloom even more.
Yeah. I was so excited to get this. I still thought there was a rosary or something in here when I saw the box.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not a crazy guess. It's basically all I've given you for the past few years.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you want to tell the...
Okay, so basically these are references to main characters in our shared story. Mm-hmm. And so... the night I was creating the Sam Gamgee blend, it just popped in my head that I needed to make for 5 original characters for our shared story, the ones that started with their particular blend. So we have one for each of them, and they're very different flavors. Mm-hmm. Well, one's got forest berries, gunpowder, hojika, cinnamon, and red peppercorn. Another one has cream, vanilla, chocolate chai pu'er, chocolate chips, and sprinkles. Shockingly, that's Mom's character. Mm-hmm. Actually, Mom only has one character in our original set. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But she also had the only girl in the original set. All my characters were male.
That evened out later.
It evened out later. It's just we pulled my characters from my world and her main character from her world. We didn't originally tend to bring any of my other characters.
Right. Or some of mine.
No, we didn't. But mine came first. Mm-hmm. And then there's one with Irish breakfast, pu'er, chorange, fruit medley, cloves, and orange peels. one with chocolate, hazelnut, fiery cinnamon spice, sprinkles, and cocoa nibs. And then finally one with white monkey, foxtrot, yerba mate, cornflowers, and marigold flowers. So we're interested in seeing how these combine, and then tweaking them, just like we would have tweaked Sam if it didn't really work. Sam will be released as is, and we'll see if I'll release these as is.
This was a neat gift. My husband was like, "Oh, I know which gift you like the best." He was very happy for me, though. He knew I was just surprised.
Well, yeah, because I was so afraid she would do it herself for our original 5.
And I had thought about it, but I didn't really have the brain power to play with it.
Well, I spent a lot of time thinking about the teas with their personal characteristics.
So yeah, so that's about it for that. We have to get ready for lunch, so let's see what we can...
Well, I think we can basically wrap up. We finished reading already.
Yeah, we don't have any personal stuff really to say. We do want to thank people, though, for the people who commented on YouTube and or PHN Home. We thank you very, very much. We always appreciate all comments. I tried to get everybody. I don't think I hit the people who were on the PHN Home. I did hit everybody on YouTube, unless you commented like today.
Oh, that reminds me. Person who had a question about socks. What I use to clean them. I just use what we have. We have all
are Tide sensitive.
Yeah, since it's 8 and it's HG because that's the washer we have.
Yeah.
But I go to the mark where it says 1 cup, or just one. It's not 1 cup. It's one. I guess 1 load.
The mark on what?
They have their little cup, and it has the marktations. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. I go for the lowest one.
Right. See, I usually just measure right into the thing.
And sometimes I'll do that, but usually I just measure that little bit amount because it's only just a pair of socks.
Yeah, it's very. And you're not supposed to put a lot in there.
Yeah, so I just do that little bit, dump it in there, so I don't overmeasure, and then I have it go. Because I was gonna do the wool wash, but I wasn't sure how that would work with the washer. So, and the stuff I use is sensitive anyway.
Yeah, and you use delicate.
And I don't do delicate. I do
wash.
hand wash, because our washer has a hand washables setting.
And for your information, also, we have less agitation because we have a front loader.
Yeah. So if you have a top loader with the
there'll be more agitation.
Yeah.
In that.
So that might not work for you. And I put it in one of those mesh like lingerie bags or whatever.
Do you hang it or put it in the dryer?
No, I hang it. I have that big sock hanging.
I mean, I knew that, but
yeah,
you know.
No, I don't put them in the dryer because I've had bad experiences with socks shrinking. So I prefer not to have to give my socks to Dwayna.
Because she's slightly smaller.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
so
more than slightly smaller.
she's a 7.5.
7.5. I'm almost 10. That's more than slightly smaller.
Okay. So our thanks. Thank you, Brittany, Looney Hiker, Paula, Mel, who we haven't seen in a while. It's good to see. She made such a nice comment. We're glad you enjoyed the podcast, Mel. Thank Gail and Steph and Renna and anyone else that may have commented that I didn't see before we podcasted. We're very glad to always hear from you.
Yes.
Okay. Once again, thank you for the birthday wishes. They made me very happy. They made my day very special. I appreciate that. So you have anything else to say?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. We want to wish you all a very blessed, safe, warm week. And if you are in the other half of the world, a cool week.
Unless you want it hot. I don't
like it hot.
Maybe
yeah.
you like it hot and being miserable.
We wish you all every good thing, and we hope to see you back here again for the fun in the Webbed Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 490, and that's a wrap.
Bye.